Big one for hybrid DJ producers. Big one for hybrid DJ producers today. Finally, we can scratch. Finally, we can scratch, mix, and manipulate Ableton from Vinyl CDJs or even an iPad.
Super excited to announce SCRATCHabl, our latest device.
Until today, if you wanted to DJ in Ableton, you had three choices. One, manually warp every track you wanted to play and play a tempo lock set, which always felt wrong and lacked spontaneity and fluidity that defines a DJ set. Two, get another laptop and DJ between two instances of Ableton. Just gets you closer, but with the extra cost, you may as well go with the next option, which is three, skip Ableton altogether and use external DJ gear like CDJs. We'd like to propose another option. Control any sound from Ableton with your DJ gear via timecode signal. Combine your favorite DJ hardware with the flexibility of Ableton. Then you can enjoy tempo fluid sets that don't require any preparation or manual warping and give you the freedom to pick whichever song fits the vibe. Just drop it in, beat match, or don't, and rinse and repeat. Now everything is hosted in Ableton, you can combine your own productions seamlessly by using Ableton as a third deck that you can beat match to your SCRATCHabl instances. Not to mention the wealth of stunning effects and routing options you'll now have access to now you're not locked into a DJ ecosystem. So what's the workflow? First of all, you'll need a 1 kHz timecode signal like this. It doesn't matter where it comes from, your input device could be turntables, a CDJ, a DJ controller, or even a phone. You name it, as long as you have a clean stereo signal coming into Ableton, that's all that matters. Drop the SCRATCHabl device onto an audio track. Before we get ahead of ourselves, we'll want to do a quick calibration. First, play the timecode and press this button. Now our levels are looking healthy. Next, we'll need to monitor the noise floor, so stop the timecode and press this button. That's it. Simply drag and drop any WAV, MP3, FLAC, AIF, or even a movie file into the box and get scratching. You can also pick a clip from your session view with these pickers. While scratching is fun, it would have been a shame to have stopped there. The big question is, can we actually DJ with this? So let's have a go, shall we? So yeah, as long as you can mix by ear, absolutely. Now you're finally free from Live's tempo, mix multiple tracks without Ableton's transport even running. Running 2 SCRATCHabl instances currently uses around 8% CPU on an M1 MacBook Air, so you can run as many of these as you can physically beat juggle with, or use Ableton as a third deck and mix alongside it. We figure some of you are going to be more interested in scratching and some are going to be more interested in mixing, so we gave you control over how the tracking behaves. If you want a super responsive feel for scratching, push it to the left, and if you want a super smooth playback for blends, push it to the right. Typically we leave it in the middle at its default. Cool, but what else can it do? Well, as we're in the digital realm, we can also do things you could never do with real vinyl. Real-time time-stretching. Real-time time-stretching. You can choose from multiple algorithms and quality levels, depending on your preferences. Personally, I love the grungy vintage time stretching for that Goldie feel, but we've also included some more modern algorithms with less artifacts. So find your sweet spot. If it sounds nice, play it twice. If it sounds nice, play it twice. If it sounds nice, if it sounds nice, if it sounds, 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 if it sounds nice, play it twice. We can set loops on the fly with in and out points. They aren't quantized, but you can fine tune them just like the original CDJs. Double or half the loops for James Hype style build-ups. You can also save these loops and cue points for later. If it sounds nice, play it twice. You can also save these loops and cue points for later in the 4 slots below, so you can jump between them at any time. You'll have visual feedback in the waveform display, so you have a clear view of where these cues and loops are. We've also emulated a proper scratch mixer setup with fine control of the crossfader cuts. You can pick the cut-in point, the cut-in curve, and even invert the crossfader for those who want to practice with both hands. Inverting is also useful for running 2 instances of SCRATCHabl in a 2-deck setup when you're mapping one MIDI control to both instances. So if you invert the left deck, you have a typical setup ready for you to crab away. Depending on your setup, like these Technic MK2s, you might not have much wide pitch control, so we've added a speed control. This is one for the down-tempo DJs.
Some things just sound better when they take their time. Slow is the equivalent of playing a 45 at 33 RPM. And
fast is the equivalent of playing a 33 at 45 RPM.
Now, we could have called it a day here, as the freedom of Ableton allows you to add any processing you like afterwards, and you still can, but we couldn't help ourselves and have included a careful selection of DJ effects. First up is the 3-band EQ, staple for any DJ. Cut or boost any of the bands and use the quick reset button for the drops. Next is the DJ style bipolar filter, bypassing the center, high pass in the positive range, low pass in the negative range with optional drive and resonance. Next, a slightly less essential but always welcome distortion section. Control the dry wet, distortion amount, bias, and tone. Last but not least is the delay echo send. equipped with feedback for unruly trails, or keep it refined and subtle for a more traditional echo out. There are 2 independent delay lines which can have 2 different times for a ping pong effect, or you can keep them locked to each other. Then there's a reverb with control for the tail length. The reverb can be shifted to different parts of the signal chain and even included within the feedback loop. Now, before you ask in the comments, we have no plans to add any fancy DJ analysis features like beat gridding, key detection, or quantization. If you want to get your hands dirty and DJ like the good old days, this is for you. If that's not your style, no worries. There's plenty of external DJ programs that can give you the modern features like stacked waveforms and all the other stuff. But when you start missing the hybrid possibilities and convenience that come with the power of Ableton and direct DAW integration, you'll know where to find us. For the explorers and experimental heads, we've also added the ability to control Live's tempo from the timecode. Don't expect super responsive scratching from this feature. We're at the mercy of Live's API here, so that means no negative tempos and no audio rate modulation. But you can still have plenty of fun manipulating Live's timeline, loops, and anything else you have synced to Ableton, just like a tape. As always, plenty of research, experiments, and late nights got us here. So if you'd like to support the project and grab SCRATCHabl today, we're doing a one-time only intro offer for the early adopters at reclaimedbcn.com for €28. So be quick. All right, enough talking. More mixing.
best music. So wherever there's a DJ that is happening, the Rude Boys, they are gonna be there.
nuances.